Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Hi, welcome back to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Brenda Cole.
And I'm Vicky D.
It is hot in St. Louis.
Man, scorching.
My car said 106. It's hot.
That's crazy. Well, we asked for it, so.
I'm looking for a snowflake.
You tripping.
Any day. But it's because my birthday's in January, so I'm more equipped for the winter. Because I feel like here's my method, or my reasoning, I should say. When it's cold, you can pack on layers after layers after layers, correct?
That is correct.
When it's this hot, once you reach your skin, that's it. There's nothing else for you to do, because you just assed out at that point.
Yeah. So
it's been really hot, and so I was watching a soccer game earlier. It was an Olympic trial, but it was like Croatia against the Czech Republic, and I was just looking at it thinking like, I would hate to have to play a sport outside in the sun. I would cry every day we had to go out there and participate.
See, they're probably used to it though.
They probably are. So I thought about that. So I was like, oh, I think for them, this is probably the norm. So like it probably wouldn't bother them as much. But I was just sitting there like, I wouldn't want to do this.
Nah.
I don't want to do this.
Oof.
So how was your week?
It was good. It was cool.
Okay.
It was cool.
Mine was okay. We had a short week. My job, so we were off today in honor of Juneteenth.
Right.
It's now a federal holiday.
Right.
Hooray. We're not free-ish, if you know what I mean. I'm happy for the off day. It's paid day. I'll take it. It's paid day. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. So yeah, it was. My week wasn't bad. Like, y'all know where I work. It is what it is. I'm sick of it, but it was okay. It was okay.
Oh.
However, it was a hectic week in the world of sports.
Oh yeah, what you say? Wednesday was crazy.
Wednesday was the bananas. But
yeah, NAS.
Before we get to the bananas of the NBA, I just want to tell y'all about our very own St. Louis Cardinals. I'm very disappointed.
They suck. Let's be frank. They suck.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I was gonna go real easy.
I wouldn't. They suck. They suck.
I'm very disappointed. Every other day, or probably every day for about a week, on Twitter, I would get Twitter and ESPN updates to be like, Cardinals lost, and it was like they were losing by huge margins. I was really disappointed, like when they lost to the Baby Birds, both games. I was disappointed in that. The Baby Birds, like, for
I don't
real.
care about any other team, but
I don't care about no other team. Sorry, Water. I don't care about no other team, but the Baby Birds, that's very disrespectful to me in my spirit.
Right.
I don't appreciate it.
So we're like number 4 right now.
Okay.
And
in the Central.
Right.
And so then in the league we are probably like,
I don't know.
Let's take a look, because I'm gonna tell y'all. Because I'm very, like, it's because I know that we are a better team than like what they have been giving, so it's frustrating. And I know for them as the players, it's probably even more frustrating. And so I'm not gonna say that they suck, but something is going on in the coaching where they ain't playing up to par. So they got to get it together. They did pick it up, and so they did win a few of the later games, probably this past week. However, they did they lost on the 17th against the Braves. Braves won 4-0. I don't really know what's happening, because I don't know. Something has to do better, because it's not a good look for my team. So,
well, we're gonna move on, because so let's talk about the NBA, because a lot has been going on this past Wednesday. First First up, we got some trades going on already. We got we got season ain't even in yet. We got Kemba Walker. He is going to be he's going to be traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder
for a 2022 first round
for 2023.
Oh, first round pick.
So the Celtics are going to get Al Horford, who many people are surprised he's still even in the league. Him, Moses Brown, and a second round draft pick in the 2023. And then from the Thunder is in exchange for the 4-time All-Star, the number 16 pick in the 2021 NBA draft, and the 2025 second round pick.
So Al Horford is going back to the Celtics,
right?
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. He just it was like a small vacation. Now he coming back.
Basically.
Okay. And I'm not surprised he's still playing. Like he is in a older. I think he's a vet, but he isn't like extremely like old. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
I'm not mad at it. I don't think that Kemba Walker was probably the best fit for Boston anyway. I don't think he was. I'm not gonna say that he probably wasn't a great teammate. But I don't think he was a great fit like for the Boston Celtics anyway.
They both mutually agreed to part ways. So
I'm not mad at it.
So he did join them back in July 2019. You know,
I'm not mad at it at all. Like if this trade is for the betterment of the overall team and for his improvement or for his better self as well, it's okay. I'm not mad at this trade. Because I feel like the Celtics are a great team. Yeah, they get to a certain point and then they can't get over it.
Right. I mean, even without him, you still got two superstars. You got Jason Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at this trade.
Yeah, and you also got Marcus Smart, who's a great defensive player. So I mean, they're not really losing out.
And I feel like Al Horford is going to be going to be an asset as well. Because I think when he was there before, like he played well.
Yeah, he knows the Celtics pretty well. Yeah. So he knows how they operate. So I mean, that won't be hard for him going back there. So he spent 3 seasons with him from 2016 to 2019. So yeah.
So with this being a trade, this isn't a trade that I'm like upset about. Right, I'm okay with this trade.
I mean,
now it may be other trades to come.
Oh, for sure.
That I might be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, speaking of trades, Zion Williamson's peoples is like, look, he's been here for 2 years and nothing's happening. We want him out.
But that's his people.
But I'm like, why y'all dictating what? No.
That's his,
first of all, Zion has been there for 2 years.
And he's been injured.
Yes. Chill out. Like, relax. Like,
He's been injured, so I don't really get their complaints like that.
Okay. I feel like players now, they're looking for like that instant, like, oh, we gotta get a ring. Like, dude, you gotta work for that, man.
It is not a
some players ain't got a ring to like.
For example,
decade into they like
Allen Iverson never got a ring, but like nobody would ever say he wasn't a great player.
But I mean, it took some players like years to actually get one. Like Kevin Garnett, like it took players years to actually earn that.
It took Kobe years to get one.
Right.
It wasn't like it was instant for him to get a ring.
Right.
Like they need to chill out, especially because like if these comments are not coming from Zion directly. Now, who knows, like, what he's probably telling them behind the scenes. He could be telling them behind the scenes, hey, I want something better. But until he comes out and says it directly, the family needs to just relax because...
So they're saying... You can't believe everything, but they're saying that...
What?
I'll say you can't believe everything sources say. But they're saying that people that know Zion well, they said that he just wants to win and compete. At the highest level, whether that means staying with the Pelicans and finding pieces to work around him or him leaving. I mean that's a decision that he has to decide. He's remaining on he's focused on basketball right now, and he's trying to help the Pelicans win. So chill out, bro. Like
if those are his thoughts and he feels the way, his family needs to relax then.
Well, he's still in contract for three more seasons. So I mean,
chill out. chill out. And it's only been his second year.
Right, and like you said, he has been injured.
He has been injured. And he probably isn't as consistent as he may have wanted. I mean, it happens. It's an adjustment from playing college ball to NBA.
And he's still young. He turns 21 in July.
Yeah,
like, he's still young.
Relax. Please relax. But I was like, his family making these comments. This is, okay. It's giving very much the ball dad. Like Lonzo and them dad. It's giving that. It's giving that.
Dude, what happened to him?
LeVar.
What happened to him? Like, he just went off the radar.
Well, I know he was present the other day because LaMelo is Rookie of the Year.
Let's shift gears, yeah. So we got Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
LaMelo.
He is Rookie of the Year. So congratulations.
Well deserved.
I
feel like that is well deserved. He earned that because he killed it his rookie season. So yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, congrats to him. I think he, as you just said, he earned it. He balled his first season. I'm not mad at this at all. Mm-hmm. So I think LeVar was present for that, or if not present, like maybe videos, a Zoom present. Who knows?
Right.
But congrats to LaMelo. Like that's a big accomplishment. Mm-hmm. Speaking of accolades, the other day, Nikola Jokic was named the MVP of the 2020-21 NBA season.
Okay.
So congrats to the Joker on that.
Okay.
But speaking of him,
oh man, can we please, because
he was ejected,
dude,
from Game 4.
Man, and
I can see why he was ejected.
No,
it was the wind up. I do see it.
It was after the fact. I feel like they gave him the ejection. It was like, as soon as he did, it was like after the fact.
Now, I would have gave it a flagrant 1, not a 2, a 1, because it was a little bit excessive. But I didn't think he was watching it and then seeing the replay. I did not think he was going to be ejected.
That was not a fair call at all. I felt like he should not have been ejected.
Yeah, like ejection wouldn't have been my call. I would have gave him a flagrant 1, but I wouldn't have gave him a flagrant 2. I would not have.
Yeah, they was tripping on it. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered either way if he would have stayed in the game or not, because they was losing.
But it may have gave them a game 5 and not a sweep.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
Nah, it wouldn't have mattered.
With that being said,
right,
the Phoenix Suns, if you were not aware, they are moving on to the Western Conference Finals.
Sweet.
I put out my broom because they swept the Denver Nuggets.
Man,
I did not expect it.
First team to do it.
This lets me know. I feel like the Nuggets are a great team. I feel like Jokic is an impeccable player, but they need Jamal Murray.
Oh my God, I miss that dude. Oh.
And you could just see in his face like the disappointment that he looked like he was just so sad.
Oh man, I miss that dude, Jamal Murray. It would have been nice to see him play. Like I said last week, it would have been good to see him play this season without being in the bubble, so you can actually see what he's about. Yeah. Because to be honest, like I haven't heard a lot about him until last season.
The bubble.
Right.
Okay.
So it would have been nice to like see him in action. So hopefully we'll see him next season.
But the sweep though, I did not listen. Here's the thing. I know our last episode we predicted them going forward,
but not a sweep.
But not a sweep. I picked 6 games they was going to take it. I did not expect this to be a complete sweep.
The sweepage, yes.
I'm here for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, man, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for CP3.
I'm rooting for CP3, but I'm also rooting for Devin Booker because I have mentioned in previous episodes how I have always said he needs to find another team. But I feel like now CP3 and him, that is a great combination.
Right.
That is a great combination. I'm rooting for them. I want them to the playoffs are very unpredictable, so you just never know. But it was a sweepage. I was so wow. Okay.
So they can chill. They rested right now. They've
been resting since what, Sunday?
Right. They've been resting for a minute.
They've been resting since Sunday because the Clippers and the Jazz are still going at it. PG3.
He
finally showing up.
Finally.
So the Clippers are leading this series 3-2. Game 6 is tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not counting the Jazz out, but they need to like step it up. They need to find a way to get around PG3. Then there's Reggie Miller. I'm sorry, Reggie Jackson. And then Patrick Beverly, as we already know, he's a menace, but he does his job. He does his job and he does it well. And here's what's strange. Again, I told you guys that Wednesday was a crazy day in the NBA. I honestly thought the Clippers were going to lose Game 5 because, Kawhi Leonard is out.
Yeah.
He's out. I think he has like an ACL injury or something like that. They showed up and still beat the Jazz. I don't know if the Jazz was just having an off day, but it just looked like they were not present. And they played last night. It looked like they were not present at all, and it was kind of like hard to watch.
Well, Paul George got to step it up
Again,
This is right. This is his moment.
This is playoff P. Hey,
We
gotta be that man.
and they gonna get you again.
So question.
Yes.
Game 6. So who so do you think it's gonna be a Clippers win of the series, or will the Jazz pick up and then like make it 3-3?
I'm going with the Jazz. I'm going with the Jazz.
So you
Come
think
on,
it's-
D Donovan Mitchell. Look. I'm going with them.
So you
Going
think
with the Jazz.
so you think it's gonna be a Game 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not counting on PG3 to save him.
PG-13.
I mean PG-13, right?
I don't know, because hey, he showed up the other night. I was happy to see PG show up because he hasn't been. He's very inconsistent. So, which lets me know if there is going to be a Game 7, the Suns get even more rest. They have been resting for almost a week
But
now.
we all know that too much rest ain't really good as well. So
I'm sure they've been practicing.
But I mean, it's kind of a good segue because LeBron has expressed concerns about this playoff season because a lot of the star players are getting injured. So yeah, he went on a whole Twitter rant, and and yeah, he let him have it.
I'm not mad at the
So
rant.
you're not mad at the rant?
Not too mad, because I feel like what he was saying was kind of important. Like he was basically saying that we are playing back-to-back seasons with no rest. So
because
like
they
injuries
literally like the last season it ended
in like September,
right? And then they literally had to go back, and the Christmas Day
was the
no, it was like December 22nd, like days before Christmas, and had to play.
Was the very first game of the season,
right?
So like basically players are playing 2 seasons within a couple of months, so it's like their bodies are kind of tired. They probably are breaking down at this point,
especially
they
the ones that were in the finals.
Especially those teams like who went all the way. They need a break. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, you got, I think it's like 8 or 9 all-star players that have missed playoff games, which is like the most in league history
because they're injured,
right? Because you got
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. You got
Kawhi
Kawhi Leonard. You got James Harden did come back and play, but
he's playing kind of like
we gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But James Harden, Kyrie Irving,
because he's out too,
right? Is Joel Embiid?
He's playing.
Okay, but yeah, like
Mike Conley's out because he's not playing for the Jazz right now because he's still injured.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he did not play at all.
Yeah, so
in the first round. Yeah, so I'm not mad at the
And then Chris Paul is out for health and safety protocols.
Listen, I have some questions. Another segue. I have some questions.
Go ahead.
So, did he violate a rule as far as health and safety protocols, or did he contact Big Rona? Because I don't really know. Because listen, the update or the announcement was not very clear. And again, this happened on Wednesday. Wednesday was a bad day for the NBA.
They say he's out indefinitely. So,
So I don't.
They say he's already vaccinated, but that don't mean nothing. You can still get it.
So if he's out indefinitely, like he must have violated a protocol.
Probably.
But then again, I heard that he may have had Rona, so he may not be out that long. It's a lot of stories.
So he may not be available to play for game 1
of the West Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But he may come back at some time within the conference finals.
Well, we'll see.
We're hoping. I'm gonna hope.
They say his Chris Paul status is going to be evaluated again Saturday.
So tomorrow.
So June 19th. So yeah, hopefully.
Cause it just the update. I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, so did he contact Big Rona, or was there a protocol that was? Which one is it? They was not clear in the announcement. But all of this happened on Wednesday. I told y'all Wednesday was a bad day for the NBA. It was like Kawhi was told to be out because of an ACL injury, and then Chris Paul was out because of like health and safety
protocol.
LeBron had his rant. LaMelo was rookie of the year. Scott Van Gundy, he's leaving the Pelicans as a head coach. Scott Brooks and the Washington Wizards are parting ways.
Right.
What was going on?
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
What was going on? However, as far as Scott Brooks go and the Washington Wizards, that may not be a bad thing, because the team, I was happy they almost made it to the playoffs. They played in the play-in tournament this year, so they were making some progress. But sometimes you need a change. So this may be a good thing.
There's only so much the players can do.
Yeah.
We don't have a good coach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Wednesday was a hectic day.
Yeah.
Wednesday was hectic.
But I mean, back to LeBron and his rant. You gotta, and he also pointed out it is a business. So you gotta think about it that way. I mean, it's all about the money. Because without the viewership,
Yeah.
So it's like.
So do you really care about your players, or do you care more about the money you're getting?
And are you only just saying this because you ain't playing in the playoffs right now? Like,
I don't think so. So now I know I'm not a fan of his on the court, but I like him off the court. I don't think he's saying this because he's not playing. I think this is a big issue anyway, because it's so many all-stars are not in the playoffs because of injury. The seasons were too close together. And so, their bodies are not at top tier with what they should be. So it's a problem. And so, and it is a money thing.
But I mean, also, there's people, of course, who's going to speak against what he's saying.
Always.
So, I mean, you could argue that players, the injuries are pretty much the same last season as it was this season. So, I mean, what's your argument? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
It kind of depends on where you fall in this particular argument. I get it. These injuries happen to all players throughout in any season.
So this season, I feel like this NBA season pretty much comes down to the healthiest team wins, for real. Because I mean, we don't really have the best of the best teams competing. We just got the healthiest of the healthiest teams competing. So that's all it boils down to.
I mean, Phoenix was a good team.
They were. I'm not disputing it.
I mean, I can kind of see that, because I wholeheartedly believe that if AD was not injured,
a lot of things would be different if everyone was pretty much healthy. We wouldn't be here, obviously. But I'm kind of glad, because I'm sick of seeing the Lakers. I'm sick of seeing the Celtics. I'm sick of seeing who else? I'm sick of seeing the same teams winning. I'm not glad for their injuries. Warriors, I'm sick of them. We need some new teams winning.
I'm not glad for their injuries, but I am, because it's a change. It's a different type of.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's good to see new teams competing because I'm like I said, I'm sick of the.
But I can see both sides of the argument, so I can see what he's.
But maybe this is a test to see how many people are actually viewing. Because we don't have the big names. We don't have LeBron. We don't have Steph Curry. But I mean, we still got like Kevin Durant, Kyrie. We still got those. But I guess it's just to see, are people really viewing?
I think so. I think people are. I think they are. I think so. I think people are still watching. I think people are curious to see. Who's going to make it now? Oh, is this going to be an issue for a team? Oh, they're going to go. I think they are watching. It just depends on where you stand in his particular rant. Do you agree with them not caring about the health and safety of the players, or do you see it as these injuries, they happen regardless? So I can see both sides, but I also do feel that the seasons were too close together. I do feel like that.
That was ridiculous, but
I do feel like they were too close together. I mean, but it happens. Like,
I mean, obviously they was gonna lose money if they would have,
waited.
Yeah, if they would have.
Yeah.
If they would.
It's a money game. He said it's a money game. The NBA is all about the money.
And players would have lost. They would have got a pay cut. I mean, they did last season, COVID, but
players probably were trying to don't do that again.
Right, especially players who ain't getting money like LeBron James. Yeah. So.
It's a money game. That's all it is. This is a business. This is a business first before anything, which sucks because these are people first too. It sucks, but hey, it's for our enjoyment.
I guess. Game 6 of the Nets and the Bucks was pretty intense. Well, it was actually kind of not, but so it's gonna be a game 7. Yeah. So let's talk about this game for a minute. So previous games, Giannis was Giannis, I feel like just needs to go in the paint. He needs to drive to the hoop. That's his game. And like some of the games, he's just been like shooting threes. Like, what are you doing? That's not, no. So in this particular game, he went in. He got 30 points, 17 rebounds. He's been driving to the hoop. That's what he's been doing all game, which worked. And then you got Middleton, who was clowning. He had 38 points, 10 rebounds. He was taking care. So basically, Giannis had the inside game, and Middleton had the outside game. Mm-hmm. So Giannis was taking care of the rim, and Middleton was taking care, shooting them 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? So it was good. That's why they won that game.
They won game 6.
Even with so James Harden did come back.
He came back game 5.
He did play game 6 too. Yeah.
He isn't playing up to his. Because I watched a little bit of game 6 last night, and it was times when he would have the ball, and instead of him taking the shot that I know it's a shot that
he's capable of making, right?
He would pass it,
right,
and he would be wide open,
right.
So I'm not sure if he's playing timid because he's coming off an injury, but he needs to let that go. Yeah, I watched, and I was looking like, hey, Baby Bird could have made that. Like, what he doing?
Baby Bird?
Yeah.
No, that ain't a baby.
That's what I call him.
Wow. Okay.
But I was like, he could have made that. Like, why is he passing this ball? Like what's going on here? So I'm not sure if he is timid because of his injury or what. But he wasn't playing as the James Harden that we know.
I mean, he did help out a little bit, but I feel like if you aren't able to give your all, you probably should just sit this one out. Because I mean,
strong words.
It's not.
Them some strong words, but I agree. We are at this point. It's a tie.
Like, it's not like he didn't contribute. It's just we need your A game. It's not
like
100%.
It's like he's giving 80% when we need that full 100.
Especially you ain't got Kyrie.
And he's out.
Kevin Durant doing all he could do. He had 32 points, 11 rebounds, but he did have 7 turnovers, which is a problem. Yeah. So
I don't know. I watched it and I was watching him. I was like, James Harden is giving up open shots. Like, what is going on? what is going on. But Kevin Durant, even though he had a great game,
He's trying. Like he's
giving it his all.
He's trying. I mean, he kind of has to, but
yeah, his game 6 was okay. I mean, the Nets did lose game 6, which is why it's going to be a game 7. However, Kevin Durant game 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
The Bucks were leading. I don't know what flipped after halftime, but especially in the fourth quarter for the Nets. But Kevin Durant, first of all, he played all minutes in the second half. He had 49 points. I think it was like 10 rebounds, 10 rebounds, maybe 17 assists. I could be wrong, but I think I'm close in that number.
Mm-hmm.
He had a marvelous game. He brought them back to win game 5, which is why I thought that they would have won game 6, because it's keeping that momentum. They didn't have that. It didn't happen clearly because it's going to be a game 7.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Giannis needs to keep doing what he's doing. And they got it.
Okay, let's have a.
I did say Bucks was gonna win.
I did,
but I think I said 6 games. So.
I said 6 games,
but
too.
I'm still going with the Bucks though.
So I said Nets 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
So with it being 7 games now, is when to take off.
I'm still going with the Bucks. Like I said, if Giannis
Nets.
keep playing, if Giannis and Middleton actually play like they played in game 6, then yeah. I feel like they got a chance.
I'm still going Nets in 7 games at this point, because that's just one. It's just 1 game left. But I have a question for you. So I have a coworker. He asked me the other day. He was like, do you think that Giannis would be as great of a player if you take away his ability to like drive to the net and like plow through people, because that's really all that he does.
I mean,
like
that's what LeBron be doing too.
But LeBron also has a 3 ball in him, and he kind of leads the offense. Giannis does not have that. That's a good question. Hey, and so when he asked me, I had to think about it, and I was like, would Giannis be the MVP that we know he is, because he is an MVP? Like, would he be that player if he didn't have those abilities? Because he doesn't have a great 3 ball. He doesn't. Whereas LeBron has that. Something to think about. I'm not saying he isn't a great player, because like he is Giannis, the Greek freak, all of that. But it's the question of, if he didn't have that ability, would he still be on that plane?
On that level?
Yeah. Something to think about.
What y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
Ooh, come on! Let us know. So we also have another game in the Eastern Conference. They play tonight. It is the 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks. This will be game 6.
Yeah, Hawks snuck up.
Listen, game 5, they played in Philly, which is the 76ers home field. They played in front of Allen Iverson.
Oh, man.
The 76ers were up. I think they had like a 26. I could be wrong, but they were up by a large margin on them. Because I had turned it on, and the score was like 98 to like 111. I said, okay, man, this
a blowout.
Game, yeah, this game kind of over. Next thing I know, somebody made a tweet, and the tweet said, "I cannot believe they did this in front of Allen." In front of Allen Iverson.
So it looks like they blew like 18 plus point lead back to back. Doc Rivers.
No, but what made me go?
Wait, go ahead.
It's just the fact that this person on Twitter said, "I cannot believe they did this in front of Allen Iverson." Like, that has to be embarrassing at some point.
Yeah, like, that's
you blew this lead in front of.
Oh man, y'all should have secured it.
Y'all should have secured it, especially in front of AI. Like, what happened?
In front of a man.
What happened?
Y'all literally blew a 26 point lead. Like, wow.
Wow. Now about Doc, what was you gonna say?
Doc, So remember your record, right? You know, you blew 3-1 lead in the playoffs twice, actually. If y'all
And
don't
now
get it, you might be fired.
And now they down 3-2 with tonight's game on the line.
Listen, if they lose, man.
So, question. Who's taking
job
it?
on the line.
Who's taking it tonight? Is it gonna be a Hawks win of the series, or is it gonna be a Game 7? Because if there is a Game 7 will be back in Philadelphia.
Man, I'm going with the Hawks.
I'm going with the Hawks too. Cause listen,
I'm
Trae
going with the
Young,
Hawks. They
he is that villain that you want to see win.
They looking hungry.
They want it. Trae Young is that villain you want to see win.
Like, there's just no excuse for you to lose a 26-point lead at this point. You cannot.
There's no excuse. Like, there's no excuse.
Bruh,
It's
like,
none. It's none. So
That's crazy. So this was the third largest comeback in the past 25 NBA postseasons.
That's crazy. Crazy. Man.
That's embarrassing.
I told you, I'm embarrassed. In front of Allen Iverson though. Come on. That's crazy. Yeah,
Ooh,
I have no.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Hawks. Well, I mean, whether the Hawks win tonight, Game 6, or Sunday, Game 7,
I'm still going with them.
I'm still going
either
with the
way.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's embarrassing. That's crazy. How? Why? They must have fell asleep, right, when they was playing. Okay.
I don't know.
But yeah.
So Trae Young does have a right shoulder soreness, but he will be available.
That's not gonna stop you.
Of course not. Brandon Goodwin, he does have a minor respiratory condition, and he's out. This is all the Hawks players, by the way. So DeAndre Hunter, he has a right meniscus surgery. He's out. And then Cam Reddish, he has right Achilles soreness. He's out. So that's just an update for you.
I'm still going with the Hawks. I'm still going with the Hawks because I'm just going with the Hawks because I feel like if you blow a lead of that,
and they in Atlanta,
yeah.
Right? So yeah, I mean,
they gonna feed off that energy.
Come on,
yeah. So tonight, we
got 2 games tonight.
It's Clippers Jazz, and I'm hoping for a Jazz win, and then it's the 76ers Hawks. I'm hoping for a Hawks win. And so if Hawks win, they win the series. If the Jazz win, it's going to a Game 7. So those are my predictions. And then tomorrow we have Bucks Nets, and I'm hoping for it's Game 7, so I'm hoping for a Bucks win. I mean, not Bucks, Nets. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want the Nets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Durant, obviously. Obviously. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, it has.
Wednesday was a mess. I don't want no more days like that. Not at all. No more. Not at all. We are, I believe, like 20-something days out from the Olympics. Just let y'all know.
It's still going on, I guess.
Yeah, they are currently having Olympic trials. It's on NBC. Just giving y'all a little update. Make sure y'all watch those because it's happening.
That was also something that they were worried about was if they did start later, then people are going to be tuned in more to the Olympics than the NBA. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody checking for NBA. We want to see the Olympics because we missed it.
Because Damian Lillard and Draymond Green have both agreed to play for the Olympic team.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Please make sure you guys are watching the WNBA because they are still balling out of control. My favorite team, however, is like second to last in the league right now. The Mercury have been on a losing streak badly. I'm kind of upset. But it's still great basketball nonetheless because they are putting their all into it. So just make sure y'all are watching because I said so. Duh. Great episode.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out our website for all things us, videos, merchandise. The website is wdwkas.com. Yeah. Make sure you also follow us on the Instagram. The Instagram, it is WDWKAS podcast.
Okay, and our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO, the number 1.
And last but not least, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube.
Yes.
The YouTube, it is WDWKAS podcast. As always, I'm Brina Cole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period.